If you are thinking about buying a home in the Phoenix Scottsdale area, you might want to brace yourself for what I'm about to tell you. And I'm going to share with you probably some unexpected challenges that you might face in any price point that you're looking in. I'm also going to share some data and some personal experiences that will hopefully give you the information that you need before you walk into what could potentially be a really stressful situation. And now, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Shawn Shackleton, and I'm here to give you valuable information about the communities here as well as the real estate market. We all know that buying real estate over the past few years has been really challenging. We've had low inventory and extremely high demand. But as mortgage rates began to climb, our demand began to weaken and our market slowed down. Now, because of this, we began to see our inventory increase. And because of this, many believed that this was the end of it. Home prices were going to stop rising and we were going to see the next housing crash. However, that did not happen. Now, I am not going to tell you that we did not see some price declines. But believe it or not, we are about $34,000 off of the peak, which means we have gained back about half of what we saw lost from May to December in 2022. And in January of 2024, our year-over-year price appreciation was up by 8%. For the buyers right now, one of the things that they really want more than anything is to have a lot of homes to choose from. And this is one of the first things that really shocks people. Even though our inventory has gone up, it has not gone up by that much. And it has not gone up by so much that it gives buyers a multitude of different options to look at. There will be a few homes for them to look at, but when our inventory levels were normal, people would have sometimes 10 or 15 different homes to look at. Now, we're lucky if they've got 5. And there's a reason for that. Roughly 67% of Arizona homeowners with mortgages have a rate below 4%. And they call this having golden handcuffs or the locked-in effect. They both really mean the same thing. Homeowners might have a great rate now, but likely can't move without spending a lot. I've had clients that are looking to move here from another state. We'll look together at homes online and we'll really narrow down what it is that they're looking for in a home. We'll usually then create a list of like 5 or 6 different homes for them to look at when they visit. Here comes the problem. Oftentimes right now, when they come to visit, there might be only 2 out of those 5 or 6 homes left for them to see. The fact that all of those homes are gone and they might only have 2 to look at, it really has shocked them. They've even said to me, I really thought that there were more homes on the market and I would have more to choose from. I also have some buyers who are looking to move, but they already live here and we're looking at homes, but we're not finding anything. And then it'll go dry for like 2 weeks, nothing new on the market. And this is when they ask me this question: when will more homes come on the market? Now, what I know is that more homes will come on the market. When they will come on the market, that's the piece that I can't answer. But just to give you a reference point about where we're sitting with our inventory, I want to take you into the Cromford Report, which I talk about a lot here on my channel, to give you some real good data points. Okay, so here we are in the Cromford Report. And again, this is something that I reference on my channel a lot because the data in this is so rich and it's so good. It's something that not everybody has. Most people have to go to Redfin or some other local place to get their information. And this is amazing information that tells us so much about our market. So let's just take a look at the active listings that we've got right now. This shows you, again, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. And as you can see, 2020, this is where we started here. This was COVID right here. And then we saw this hit. This is when things started to go a little bit crazy and then it settled back down. And then you can see kind of this dip. Then we started in 2021. This is when our inventory slammed down. We did not have anything on the market, but things were going crazy. And you can see kind of the same levels kind of over time. And just to give you reference again, every one of these dots is a week. So that was 2021, 22, again, started off almost the same with that same number at about 5,000 overall listings, which is so low. But again, then it spiked up this because our interest rates started to increase. So this is when we started to see this spike up in overall inventory. This is when everyone thought, oh my gosh, inventory is going to rise, prices are going to slam down, everything's going to crash. This is what's going to happen. Did not happen. But you can see kind of we started to level out, inventory started to come back down. Then in 2023, here we started at 15,000, which was really high for the last 3 years. And then it started to come down again. really, really low. Again, we got down to 10,000 and then we finished it at 13. And here we are starting this year at 13. Now it's starting to increase, but our inventory actually started in January lower this year than we started last year. And that's something that most people just don't realize. Now, again, take into account that this is every price point across the entire valley. And as I said earlier, this is the case across all different price points. So let's take a look at some of the higher price points. So anything from $1 million and above, where did their inventory go here? So again, kind of the same things, but inventory is starting off higher this year in that $1 million plus price point. However, they're moving faster. Those price points are moving really quickly. Our luxury market is very active and it's very strong. So that's what's going on in our luxury market. And then I'll look at anything from $1 million down to 500. Okay, so now let's look at this price point. This is from 500,000 to $1 million, and you can see the difference, right? So again, all these other years, the inventory was so low. This was last year, and they're starting off really, really similar. This seems to be the bulk of where we're seeing our buyer pool come from in these price points. It's an extremely challenging price point because there are a lot of buyers for not a lot of homes that you can see. Okay, now I want to show you the contract ratio, which I've talked about before on my channel. And what this shows you is the number of active homes listed for sale versus the number of homes currently under contract. And it really shows you kind of where we are in the pricing, where we are in the strength of the market or the weakness in the market. As you can see over here, this is where we are right now. We have 14,790 active homes on the market, and we have 7,581 homes under contract. But if you look across, we are in a warm seller's market. We're not in a strong seller's market, but we are still in a seller's market. But here's what's interesting. So I'm just going to show you again, just to contrast. This was in some of the height of the crazy town. We had 11,000 homes under contract and we only had 4,000 homes on the market. But then I want to show you, just to give you, again, reference, if we go back to, let's just say 2017, just to give you an idea, we had 16,000 homes on the market active, not under contract, and only 9,000 homes on the market. So you can see normally we would have 16,000 homes on the market, and right now we have about 14. So we are off on the number of homes currently listed for sale. But the number of homes that are selling is also lower, which is one of the things that everyone's been talking about, is that our market's just going to kind of keep moving along. The number of overall sales that we see throughout the year is probably going to be lower, just like we saw last year. The next thing that's shocking buyers right now is how fast our market is still moving. And in some cases, it kind of still feels like the previous few years. Now, again, it is not on every home that it's moving as fast, but there are some homes that are in great locations, have been completely updated. The price is great, the view is great, everything's great about it. And guess what? They're going off the market in 1 or 2 days. They're usually having multiple offers and sometimes even getting bid up over the list price. Out of the 4 offers that I've written since the beginning of the year, 3 of them have been multiple offer situations, and 2 of them we've had to go over the list price. This has been very surprising for buyers. They did not know that this was still happening. This is something that I talk to my buyers about when we're starting to look for homes and before we go out and take a look at any. I want to educate them on how the market is moving based on the type of home they're looking for. Now, I've had other buyers that are wanting to make an offer on a house and there's really no rush. Why? Because the home has already been on the market for over 2 weeks and it is not updated at all, let alone completely updated. And this part is really throwing sellers off. Maybe the home is located in a great location, but you've done no updates or just a few updates. Buyers right now are not willing to pay top dollar for homes that have not been completely updated. Now, if they've been completely updated, they are absolutely willing to pay for it. And for all the buyers out there looking for where do I get the best deal? Well, for that, you will need to buy a home that needs some updating. And after today's news, with interest rates rising again over 7, it is very likely that we will continue to see our market just bounce around right where it's at. Not a lot of upward movement, not a lot of downward movement, but people are just gonna stay put. So our market will probably remain relatively tight. Now, if you'd like to see more about why our housing market is not gonna crash, take a look at this video. As always, I thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.